All right, our guy Terry Bradshaw with his tribute just a few minutes ago to Jeff Van Note. Meanwhile, it is 7-0 for the Saints in a real tough defensive battle through the first half. You can see just 149 yards of total offense for the leading team at the moment, and only 78 for Atlanta. And the difference, the fact that with the Reuben Mays running primarily, New Orleans able to keep possession, and their ability to stop the Atlanta offense, meaning 20 minutes of possession time for the Saints to only 9:56 for Atlanta. It's pretty tough to get that ball down the field and into the end zone. You've only got it for 9 minutes and 56 seconds.
If you don't have the football, you can't score. I mean, look at that, 20-9. That's unbelievable.
And 4 sacks, of course. They've been backing up Kirk Schonert most of this first half of play, and Atlanta has not had what you call your great field position to get started from. The best was from the 48, and that resulted in one of the 2 interceptions made by Dave Waymer of the New Orleans Saints.
One of the things that Atlanta must do the second half, they have to come out and show some type of multiple offense. The offense they've run so far in the first half has gotten them nowhere, and in this day and time, you've got to be able to do both. If you can't run, you've got to be able to throw the football, and they so far have not shown the ability to throw it.
Well, and Gerald Riggs, their primary weapon with that time of possession, has just had not much opportunity to kind of establish the ground game and open up some opportunities for Schonert. They will have the ball to open this second half. Keith Williams back to receive the kickoff from Morton Anderson along with Aubrey Matthews. Short kickoff taken at about the 15 by Williams, and into traffic there over the 25 at about the 27-yard line. So let's see what the Falcons can do offensively here. Dan Henning under the gun and being criticized by his local media for asking his players to not talk to them this week following that devastating loss. And you know, when I chatted with him, he said, you know, I can't worry about those kinds of things. He said, this job has its inherent risks. If you get fired, you get fired. If you get hired, you get hired. And I just got to try and go out and do the best job with my players every week and try and build this program. And he feels that the Falcons are on the right track, but it's not been seen that way by the local press and radio and television. Schonert out to Gerald Riggs, and Riggs gets about 9 on first down.
This first drive is very important for Atlanta. They need to come out, establish something, get this football down, and get it into the end zone. It's not a time to come out now, Tim, and play razzle-dazzle and lose yardage. They need to make something happen to get the fans behind them and to get this football team fired up and try to go out and beat this Saints team.
It is fair to say that injuries have played a role in that tough schedule that the Falcons had to face in the middle of the season, leading them to their current mark where they have to win these last 2 games to get the winning year, their first since 1980. That'll be close to a first down. David Archer, the first-string quarterback, gone for the season with a shoulder injury. Anthony Allen, a starting receiver. Brett Miller, a starting tackle. John Scully, a starting guard. Sylvester Stamps, a valuable third-down player and return man. All of those guys are hurt. Kenny Johnson and Bobby Butler from the defense.
If there's one problem that probably the Falcons had, it was winning the first 4 games, because the coaching staff knew that they did not have that good a football team, certainly not one that should be 4-0.
First down. Riggs getting it for them. And they're at the 39-yard line. Schonert out to Keith Williams, complete. Good play against the blitz. Schonert getting the ball off quickly, and Williams able to come back and get down to his knees to make the grab. Dave Waymer on the coverage. It'll be second and about a yard, and the ball now at the 47-yard line for the Falcons. Schonert to Riggs, and he lost the ball. It's recovered by the Falcons, and it'll be a first down. Ron Middleton, good reaction on a tough hit against Riggs. The ball popped loose. Middleton came up with the ball, and they're going to rule it an incomplete pass.
Well, you be the judge for yourself. Schoenert trying to play action to Riggs, trying to go deep, trying to hit Charlie Brown on a streak down the sideline. He noticed he's covered, so he says, okay, you're covered. Now we turn around, he turns it and gets it. No, good call. Ball pops out of Riggs' hands. Good call.
James Haynes made the hit, and it appeared on the replay that he didn't even have the ball in his grasp prior to the hit in possession. He was still kind of bobbling it, and then when Haynes hit him, that ball came loose. So it's third and about 2, and the Saints stack up the right side. William Andrews will not get the first down. So the Saints on short yardage proved to be tough, and William Andrews, number 31, did not get there. There was virtually no gain on the play. It'll be 4th down. Schoenert looks to the sideline. The punting unit has not come on the field. The ball is at the Atlanta 47.
Wouldn't you hate to know that you gave up on your football team and in 2 games it cost you your career or cost you your job? I agree with this. You have to take chances in life, and you got to take them on the football field.
The fans have come to their feet on this play. First down. William Andrews. Biggest play of the game so far for Atlanta, and the 30-year-old veteran coming off that devastating knee injury. They gave him the ball. Certain lovely irony in that. And he made the play. William Andrews, who has made so many in his brilliant career prior to that horrible knee injury that saw him miss an entire season and more. First down, Atlanta. Schoenert, sideline, Williams. First down, Falcons to the 25 of New Orleans. Keith Williams. Ricky Jackson got him from behind. 21 yards.
Man-for-man coverage, David Waymer said. We like to play a lot of man coverage. Williams, 35, coming out. As you can see, is by himself. Waymer has him. Waymer misses the tackle. Now Williams is loose, and finally Ricky Jackson, 57, comes in to make the saving tackle. Boy, when you play man coverage and you play aggressive on those tackles and you miss them, it gives up big yardage, 20, 25 yards.
Keith Williams, a rookie from Southwest Missouri, was the number 5 pick and was on injured reserve for the first part of the year. First down. Schoenert in difficulty, and is dropped.
5-yard penalty.
5th sack of the
whistle blew,
afternoon.
Tim.
Yeah, I don't know whether that was on the field or in the. There is a flag downfield, and it may have been before that ball was even snapped.
That's delay of the game.
Delay of game.
Before the snap. Delay of the game.
And that was indeed the case, which turns into a. Well, it's going to be about a wash here. Let's see where that sack yardage is and what the Saints are going to do.
Well, the sack yardage is probably going to be somewhere around 9 to 10 yards, so they actually saved 4 to 5 yards by having the penalty. So, you know, it worked out for them.
First and 15 at the 31-yard line. Schoenert 10 of 15 passing, 108 yards, but 2 pickoffs, both by Dave Waymer. Gets it off and incomplete.
Just a poor choice then. Excellent coverage that time by Antonio Gibson. No way was he going to get that football to him. He was totally covered. Should have come off and gone to someone else. That ball very easily, a lot easier, could have been intercepted than completed. No way could have been completed.
Lloyd Dixon was the intended receiver, but as you point out, he was well covered. And the charge by the Saints front 3, Frank Warren, perhaps getting him to throw that ball a hair sooner than he wanted to.
As much man-to-man coverage as the Saints like to play, the way you combat that to get people open, to get rid of the ball quickly, is crossing routes, tight ends and backs.
Second and 15.
Got him.
Charlie Brown.
Touchdown.
A flag on the play. Penalty against Atlanta.
a great play by Charlie Brown, the play they needed to get them back into this football. But here's the holding call. Right guard, number 73. I'm sorry, being left guard. Right in the center of your screen. There's his left arm reaching out, grabbing, holding, and finally just tackling the man that was rushing. I couldn't get that number. Now look at Charlie Brown, man for man again. We've said this twice now. A little spin move that throws off the other safety, Bobby Johnson, and now a good job by Charlie Brown to get in the end zone. But unfortunately, Jamie Dukes was called for holding.
Now what they've done here with the injury to John Scully, we saw Joe Pellegrini at left guard. But to start this second half, they've moved Dukes over to left guard and Freilich back to his normal right guard spot, and they have Glenn Howe at right tackle. So we have a revamped offensive line, and when you make those little changes, who knows, sometimes these things get out of sync. We saw Jamie Dukes charged with a hold, and the ball back at the 41-yard line now, still in New Orleans territory. Incomplete. Antonio Gibson breaking up the pass intended for Floyd Dixon. Third down.
If there's one characteristic, if there's one thing I've really noticed in the Saints secondary, Tim, you got to really admire their, let's go get them attitude. The heck with penalties, the heck with close calls. Let's drive on these receivers and let's go for the football. These guys are really going after the football. Gibson that time, outstanding pass defense.
Jim Morris says he's having a better year in his first year in the NFL than he had as an All-Pro in the USFL. Third down. Thrown at a short drop, and that is incomplete, poorly thrown, intended for Charlie Brown, and that will bring more boos from the unfaithful here in Atlanta Fulton County Stadium.
Well, instead of having a potentially game-tying touchdown pass, now you're going to go ahead and punt the football, and it's just an unfortunate thing because it seems to be one of those snowball effects for the Atlanta Falcons. Nothing seems to be going right.
A touchdown play call back with the hold. And now Rick Donnelly will have to punt, hitting it from his 48-yard line. That's a fine punt to the 4-yard line. And the Saints will have to start from the shadow of their end zone when we return to Fulton County Stadium. New Orleans on top, 7-0.
Late one night, when all the families and all the houses all across the land were fast asleep, all of their old family cars were taken away. In their places were left shiny new Honda Accords. And they all drove happily ever after.
This is the time of year when we gather from far and near, and we welcome the season in, let all the love begin. And the jokes you tell, and the songs you sing, and the sight of your smile still means everything. And I finally get to say,
hi, Mama.
I think of you every day. Happy holidays, Coors to you.
From the people at Coors. It's a Radio Shack Merry Christmas.
You're home. You won't believe how much I save by shopping at Radio Shack's Christmas electronics sale. I got those beautiful stereo speakers for Kathy, half price. Your mother will love this convenient cordless phone. Billy can fight alien ships with this Astro Command electronic game. And for us, I even save 40% on the stool-powered calculator. Now we can balance the checkbook.
The Christmas electronics sale, only at Radio Shack.
A critical question in Atlanta today: did these Saints fans make the trip from New Orleans, or are there a lot of Saints fans living here in Atlanta? Well, there's quite a few of them here, and of course that provides no solace at all for the Falcons. They're being booed by their own fans here today, and then they got to contend with those New Orleans folks as well. Meanwhile, the Saints are at their own 4-yard line, first down. Ruben Mays, buried.
John Rady. Well, this is something Campbell doesn't do. He doesn't normally send his linebackers, but this case, He says we got to gamble. Right inside linebacker, Rady. Top left of your screen, coming inside, reading the play, fills the gap, comes across, and makes an outstanding play. Hey, you got to do this. Boy, when you're losing football games and losing your fans, and you got to do it. You got to gamble. There's Marion Campbell. Great defensive coach.
Now the chant from the crowd. Defense. Defense. 2nd and 12 from the 2. Mays again, this time straight ahead. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. That's about it. Every 3rd down.
Tim, everyone's up there tight. They expect that Mays is going to get the football, and the thing to do is on that down, I would come out and do a little play action. Uh-oh, we got someone down on the field. That's Buford Jordan, 23.
We'll have a timeout here with 3rd down facing the Saints from their own 5-yard line, but they lead 7-0, 3rd quarter.
The world-famous Metropolitan Life representative up to now, Charlie Brown.
He wants to make sure people know that Metropolitan offers auto insurance, homeowners insurance, health insurance, and retirement planning, as well as life insurance.
What's he got in mind?
Good grief!
Spectacular!
Get Met. It pays.
Welcome to the Silver Bullet, home of a cold Coors Light.
Timbo, yo, where's Nadine tonight?
They're probably sitting by the phone waiting for yours truly. Give me a Coors Light, will you, sweet thing?
You guys have a little love spat?
Nah, man's got to have some space. Gotta show these women who's boss. Gotta zig when they zag. Hey, I know it's brutal, but a man's got it too. But Nadine.
Yo. She looks miserable.
Yeah.
No slowing down with the Silver Bullet tonight.
Nothing escapes the eye of Maxim. The world's first SLR with built-in autofocus, Minolta Maxim focuses by itself. Sharp, fast. Only the human eye focuses faster. With Minolta Maxim, you even get unexpected shots that would have gotten away. The incredible Maxim system.
Only from the mind of Minolta.
Buford Jordan was the injured Saints player, and you can see him kind of flexing his neck there on the sideline, number 23. And glad to see that he's up and apparently all right. Dalton Hilliard is the lone setback now on 3rd down. And 8 for a first. Early motion there by the Atlanta Falcons. They make the defensive play, but I believe we'll have offside called against Mike Gann.
Mike Pitts, 74 that time. Scott Case, 25, both up in there to make the stop. As you say, Tim, there's an offside.
Ben Dreith will...
Defense, offside in the middle of the line. That's 5 yards and 3rd down.
In the middle of the line.
Middle of the line.
They couldn't tell.
Well,
There's so many guys in the middle of the line.
We've already fingered Mike Gann here as the culprit. At least I have. There it is. 76.
Good eyes, Tim.
Hate to do that to a Notre Dame guy, but there it is.
He'll call you out on that, and I'm going to have to point the finger. You know, you've got to, you know, if you dish that out, you got to take your own medicine.
Yeah, but if he makes the tackle, then you know you get to give him a call for something a little better.
Right.
I
want to see you. I want to see you when Jamie Duke's mother calls you out like.
Well, we're going to talk more about Jamie. We're going to get that whole issue straightened out. 3rd down and 3.
I think you better.
3 wide receivers. Well, that is complete. Mike Jones. Boy, I tell you, this guy turned out to be a steal for New Orleans. 1st down. They got him from the Minnesota Vikings, who were never real happy with him. At least didn't get much of an opportunity to play in his 4th year out of Tennessee State. They traded Wayne Wilson, longtime veteran running back, and they wind up getting Wilson back after he was released by the Vikings. And I call that a good deal by General Manager Jim Finks. In his 1st year down there in New Orleans, he's done a lot of good things. That's a pretty handy move. Mike Jones is 41 catches coming into the game. Reuben Mays. They have not given him much room between the tackles, have they, Terry? Atlanta's been real solid along the front.
Well, he's a cutback blocker. He likes to stretch things out and use his quickness to cut back against the flow of the defense. But the thing that the Falcons are doing is they're staying inside and waiting for him to cut back. It's like saying, well, go on, Reuben, run wide. We'll just stay here. You'll be back here in a minute. And then they make the tackle for, you know, a yard or no gain.
So it's about a 2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8. Ball at the 23-yard line of New Orleans. They lead 7-0. We have 6:20 remaining, third quarter. Nice in motion. He's trying to get wide, and look out. All right, Scott Case. Open field tackle as Mays tried to bring it back the other way. You had to like Case's aggression there.
Well, Case was the strong safety, but Marion Campbell said he was too aggressive at safety, and if you're too aggressive at safety and you get beat, then that's touchdown. So we put him at corner, he said, because we like his aggressive style. He takes on blockers well, and he gets in there, and he tackles extremely well, as by evidence there, a nice tackle on Mays.
16-yard loss on the play. Mays had nowhere to go out the right side, trying to reverse his field. Case just went right for those ankles. Made the play. 3rd down. Let's see what the Saints can do now. Wilson from the end zone. Incomplete off the hands of Herbert Harris. And the Atlanta Falcons defense continues to shine. They have given up only 7 points on just one consistent drive by New Orleans. That has been it for the offense by either team. And Hanson will stand just inside the end line to punt the ball for New Orleans. Expect the rush from the Falcons, especially still stinging from last week's defeat following a blocked punt by Indianapolis.
Bad kick.
Out of bounds, and it's going to be near the 35-yard line, right on it. So good field position here for Atlanta. 28-yard punt for Hanson. 5:10 to go, third quarter.
Would you like a gift wrap?
Sure, if it's not too much trouble.
Would you like the red ribbon or the green?
The red.
Sir, is there some small errand you might run while we finish this up? We're running just a teensy bit behind.
What time should I come back?
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday?
Well, we're running just a teensy bit behind.
At least one thing will always go right this holiday season. Andre Champagne.
Christmas is this Thursday.
Well, we're running just a teensy bit behind.
Andre Champagne. What would the holidays be without it?
This is Steve and Joan Schorsch of Chicago and their Honda. And these are their children and their Hondas. But then Steve and Joan always said, nothing but the best for our kids.
When it comes to designing and manufacturing high-quality precision materials for industry, custom-made components of almost any material, design, or specification, there's one company that makes them for all of these. No. GTE.
It's an early season collision between two of the nation's premier teams. The Fighting Illini of Illinois take on the North Carolina Tar Heels next Saturday on CBS Sports.
One of the keys to stopping a great punter is to work on his psychic. In the first half, the Atlanta Falcons came with the all-out blitz 3 times, barely missing all 3 attempts, but it worked mentally. Now, Hanson all of a sudden is worried about the punting. No pressure whatsoever. It looks like they're going to blitz him. But once again, another poor punt by Hanson. All results from the pressure in the first half.
28, 25, and 28 his last 3 punts. Meanwhile, Atlanta with Gerald Riggs breaking tackles and a first down at the 21. Tripped up by Ricky Jackson, but Riggs, who has not had a lot of room to run today, has just 11 yards up to that carry. Finally finds a little room to ramble.
Two heavyweights slugging it out, and as you know, covering boxing, and that's your sport that you love so well. It's always the 13th, 14th round where the guy that slugs the hardest finally gets in the big blow and wins.
Riggs coming up big on that play. First down from the 21. Sideliner to Dixon. To the 11.
Every time they've come up and blitzed, we've seen Schoenert go up and more than likely holler tiger, cougar, cheetah, one of those things. Jackson from the outside, safeties from the inside, man-for-man coverage, boy, it's easy.
From the 11-yard line, first down. Atlanta trying to tie it up. Riggs will be dropped for a loss. Ricky Jackson, number 57. And Riggs with a second effort might have got back to the original line of scrimmage. And a little measure of respect for each other there. Riggs and Jackson with a little pat.
David Waymer also coming up. 2 years ago, the Saints were known for their aggressive style of play, but due to injuries last year, they were forced to play those soft zones where they couldn't be aggressive, Tim. Now you're seeing them get back to the things that they like to do best, and that's be aggressive, be on the attack.
Do mark it as a loss of a yard. Second and 11. Arthur Cox to the 2.
Another blitz. 4 blitzes, 4 quick passes, 4 completions. This time they go to the tight end. Sending the linebackers. All they're doing, the Saints, is sending linebackers. Jackson, left of your screen, he's coming inside. His coverage right there would be Arthur Cox, the tight end. Antonio Gibson plays way off, giving Cox a lot of room to run after he catches the football.
Frank Warren has come in along with Jack Del Rio, an extra linebacker. Brett Maxey into the secondary for the Saints defensively. Third and a long 2. They need to get to the 1 for a first down. Touchdown, Wisenhunt. Finally, some offense from the Falcons, taking advantage of the field position. Turk Schoenert takes him to the end zone.
On the left of your screen, Wisenhunt goes by in motion. There's the play action to Riggs. Both wide receivers are out wide, then Wisenhunt comes back against the flow of the coverage. He's wide open, and then Schoenert gets him the football for the touchdown.
Ali Haji Sheikh will attempt the point after. Hit the upright, and it is wide. Off the upright, no good. My, oh my, all that work to finally get on the scoreboard, and they missed the point after.
Well, one of our colleagues yesterday said in a missed extra point that these things come back to haunt you, and they do. Now it's 7-6, Saints leading.
.2:17 to play, third quarter.
You begin with raw steel. Shape it with fire, muscle, and sweat. Polish it to razor-sharp perfection. We're looking for a few good men with a medal to be Marines.
You know what Santa Claus and a quarterback have in common? We're only successful if our receivers are happy. So I take care of the hands, take care of me, with isotoner gloves. From the hefty running backs to the tall ends, isotoners fit them all. These guys, they love to get isotoners. It's the only time they receive something without getting knocked down. So this season, take care of the hands that take care of you. With isotoner gloves.
the Civic four-door sedan gets back into it slowly. Last, there's a roomy trunk. Next to last, room for adults in back. Then a comfortable driver's seat. And up front, a low hood for better visibility. Now you've got something to look forward to.
Ali Haji Sheikh must be thinking about Max Zendejas. He missed the point after. The difference in yesterday's Washington loss to Denver. Ali Haji Sheikh's kickoff comes down at the 8-yard line where Reuben Mays finds some running room, and it's Ali Haji Sheikh who knocks him out at the 38-yard line. Otherwise, Mays might have gone down the sideline for the score. 29-yard return.
Touchdown pass to Ken Wisenhunt. 45 will come in motion to you on the left of your screen. Schoner's going to go back, play action. Everyone's going to say, well, this is rigged. He's got the football. As you can see, Andrews is blocking. There's the goal line blitz. Warren's out wide. Now Wisenhunt just goes back inside against the flow. He's wide open. Touchdown.
First down. New Orleans. Wilson sideline complete to Eric Martin for a Saints first down out at the 47-yard line of New Orleans. Scott Case made the tackle. So the Saints come out firing on first down.
That's good play calling. They know that Case is over there man for man on Martin. Every time on first down now, we've seen the little quick hitch, the quick out earlier in the first half. Now they go 10 yards and take it a little bit deeper. Good job by Wilson of getting the ball to Martin.
Wilson, interception. David Crudup. David Crudup brings it back to the New Orleans 40. Terry, a miscue on the route or just a bad throw?
Bad throw. The routes were proper, just a bad throw by Wilson. Now you're going to see there's a blitz by Rady, but he's picked up no problem there. There's a little bit pressure from the outside, and there's the overthrow of the tight end, John Tice, and there sits David Crudup. The ball has a gift right in his hand. As a quarterback, I've thrown so many of these, it got to where it never bothered me, but in this case, that is a big interception for the Falcons.
Their first of the day, David Crudup, and they have good field position again. Schoner. Dixon wide open, but a flag down as Dixon gets inside the 25 of the Saints. Flag down downfield.
Falcons are hollering. It's holding against the Saints. Something we haven't seen the Saints do this game was delay blitz that time, Tim, and that's what they did, and it cost them.
Holding on number 27 in defense. Decline a penalty, take the gain, and a first down.
Ben Dreif marks Antonio Gibson as the culprit, and a first down Atlanta at the 23-yard line of the New Orleans Saints. And we have 1 minute and 6 seconds counting down to the end of the third period.
You can certainly say the third period's had quite a bit of action as compared to that first half.
Riggs. 5 yards. Bruce Clark made the tackle.
This is the kind of football the Falcons want to run. They want to get the big passes. They want to get 5 and 8 yards out of that. Then they want to surprise you with a little run, then a little pass, then more running, and eventually they'd like to just run.
And that's what they do so well with Gerald Riggs. 1,252 yards into the game. The number 2 rushing team behind the Chicago Bears in the entire NFL. They just have not been able to sustain an offense here or to have the ball long enough to get that rolling. Second down, a long 4. Schoner complete to Floyd Dixon. First down, Atlanta, and goal to go from the 7.
Another blitz. It's almost as if Schoenert has his helmet in the defensive huddle of the Saints, because 5 times now they have sent their linebackers, and 5 times Schoenert is audible and got the ball out to his receivers.
At the end of the third quarter, 7-0 Saints. We pause for a word from your local station. 7-6 Macon.
This is CBS. CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Chrysler Plymouth. We're working together to be the best. And by Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light. It doesn't get any better than this.
Back here in Atlanta, the Falcons threatening from inside the 10-yard line of New Orleans, trailing 7-6. Gerald Waits barrels his way to the 2-yard line. Tolles at the bottom there, number 54.
It's a real test of your mettle here, Tim. You've seen these guys pounding on one another for 3 quarters now, and going inside and going outside. And, boy, this is serious now. Now, what do? Do you come out with a play action again? Hey, I think not. I think probably what the Falcons are saying is we want to prove something here to everyone that we can pound this football and drive it into the end zone.
2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Their makeshift offensive line. They love to make that challenge work for them. But he's going to throw Schoenert, and it's incomplete. Middleton and William Andrews were both over working the corner of the end zone, and he may have elected to just throw that one away. Terry, what do you think?
Well, down here we had play action pass on 2nd down for a touchdown. We got 2nd down again, and now you're thinking these guys on the other side, these Saints are well coached. They're guessing, well, they did it the last time and had a touchdown. I mean, play action. So let's play for play action. So that time they did, and they had them well covered. So now what do?
You've also been suspecting that Schoenert has been able to pick up the blitzes with some kind of something he's seeing out there, and he's made that pay off with those quick little short audible passes.
Right, but that's not going to be the case here. This is 3 yards into the end zone.
4 wide receivers in. And Perry recovered by New Orleans. Ricky Jackson right up the middle. I mean, Schoenert hardly got the ball from the center before he was hit. And Frank Warren comes up with a loose ball.
You got to ask you, how in the world did he get so free? All showing goal line blitz. There's Jackson straight up the middle. Guard just missed him. Boy, he just flat out missed him. And the halfback who was supposed to step up and give him protection didn't do it. He was too late. That was no way was that Schoenert's fault. There's not a thing he could do about that. Jackson in the left of your screen. There he comes up late. There's the back coming over to help out. Way too late. Great call by the Saints.
All right, 1st down New Orleans. Ruben Mays gets about 5 up close to the 19-yard line. Well, the defensive play by the Saints just freed Jackson totally. Blowing in there, you could see the left guard. Dukes had already picked up a man and he was blocking. But you have to wonder about the offensive line with the changes the Falcons have been forced to make in there. They started Pellegrini for Scully and wound up moving Jamie Dukes over there, so they got guys out of position. And it may have hurt them there. 2nd and 5, New Orleans. Flags everywhere on some early movement before the snap of the ball.
False start, offense number 70. 5 yards, 2nd down.
Tim, going back to that goal line play where Jackson got in, the thing that the Saints did that confused the line blocking was they did not come in with 4 down linemen, or in a lot of cases 6 linemen, which would be goal line. They stayed in their 3-4 and blitzed their linebackers. The guards have to stay in if linebackers do blitz inside. That time Jamie Dukes saw his man but simply made a mistake.
So it is 2nd and 10. The ball at the 14-yard line. The penalty against Hunt. Ruben Mays cutting it back inside, gets about 3. Met by Buddy Curry, leading tackler as usual on this Falcon team again this year, number 50. And it is 3rd down and 6 as Mays will get a rest and the wide receivers come in. Seven to 6, New Orleans lead. Missed point after by Haji Sheikh, the difference so far. Wilson deep. Broken up down at the 45-yard line by Brett Clark. Intended for Mike Jones, number 86.
Jones had that one step, which is all you can ask of a receiver. He gets by his man, and then Dave Wilson just underthrew it a little bit. There's the 2 wide receivers, both to the same side of the football field. Now, Jones has come down. He's in the center of your screen. Now, he's blowing by everyone. Now, see, now he has a step. And there's Brett Clark, 28 on the inside. He turns around, and the football hits him right on top of the head.
Brian Hansen will have to punt again from deep in his own end. Falcons are a man short on the rush team. Hansen gets the ball off, and it is a fair catch by Billy Johnson at the 41-yard line of Atlanta. Timeout on the field with 12:19 to play, regulation time. The Saints by 1.
Introducing the unbelievable American under $7,800. The Plymouth Sundance Series. Plymouth Sundance, the best value of any car in its class, including the imports. 47 standard features to convince you. 5-year or 50,000-mile protection plan to assure you. Plymouth Sundance, the unbelievable American under $7,800. The pride is back, born in America again.
Fire brewing. It's more than a way to make Stroh's and Stroh Light. It's a family tradition, passed down from one generation to another for over 200 years. It's what guarantees that smooth, consistent taste for generations to come.
Now you're talking Stroh. Now you're talking beer. Now you're talking good times, and Stroh's is spoken here.
No battery has the energy to outrun the Energizer, even in a toy robot. No battery outruns the Energizer.
Jim Ryan and Terry Bradshaw with the score still 7-6. The Falcons have sent in Jeff Van Note for the first time today. And if you've been with us, you know that today was the retirement ceremony. His number will be retired after next week. His final game as a Falcon, number 57. And a nice little moment just a moment ago. His opposite number 57, Ricky Jackson, came over to shake hands with him during the timeout when Van Note appeared on the field. There's 10. Schoenert swings it out for Gerald Riggs, and Riggs with an open field tackle by Tolles, or he would have had a lot of yardage, certainly for a first down. Alvin Tolles, number 54, got him from behind. Gain of 3. Well, let's make it more than that, a 4-yard gain. You can see how things have turned around here in the second half. 120 yards for Atlanta, only 18 yards of offense for the Saints, and we're into the fourth period, 11:50 to go. But they lead by a point. Second and a long 6, Atlanta. Broken up, intended for Williams. Flags everywhere. Gibson got a hand on the football, and the flags were away from the play. Now, did Gibson get a hand on the receiver before he got a hand on the ball? Let's see what the
defense
officials point out.
Pass interference 27.
Evidently.
First down.
Gibson charged for interference.
That's the second time now in the second half that we've had pass interference called on Antonio Gibson. Let's take a look and see if in fact he did put his hands on him and create a penalty. Schoenert comes around, he throws to the left. Left arm is on his back. Huh. Well, I have a hard time swallowing those kind of penalties. I'm sorry. That's crazy.
You would like to call that incidental contact?
I'd call that nothing. I'd let him play.
Riggs plows for about 5 yards. Gerald Riggs, number 42, the workhorse of this rushing offense.
You know, something we haven't...
Look at this one here, San Francisco and New England. Terry, this has been close. Every time a score's popped up, it's been just a couple of points. There it is, the 49ers trying for that wild card spot. New England with the Jets flying with the division. And Philadelphia leading Dallas 13-7. Dallas with some wild card hopes slim, but there. The Giants beating up on St. Louis. Riggs again gets about 4. He'll be near the 45-yard line, leaving third down and about 3 for the Atlanta Falcons. Clark and Geathers made the stop. Bruce Clark has been playing with a sore knee all season long. They can't get him out of the lineup. They'll probably have some kind of medical attention for him after the season, but
meaning they'll operate.
Well, probably, yeah.
Well, they definitely will. They've advised him that he should be operated on, and he says, nah, I can live with this till the season's over. He's having too much fun, he said.
Yeah, he's playing so well for them. Third down, a long 3. Schoenert, and that is the tight end Cox, and he has the first down. At least depending on the spot, will be very close.
You know, it's not where you land, but when you hit down, if you stretch that football out, that's where they mark it. That time Cox made a fine catch, and on his way down, he stretched out with his left arm in an attempt to get past the first down marker.
They will measure. Beer truck just reached that by about the length of a beer bottle, I guess, or a beer can. Let's see.
First down. Here you get an idea of effort. You can just sense the whole season on a stretch. Arthur Cox, 88, coming across. Look, he's well covered. Now he makes the fine grab, reaches out. He's going down. Now he just turns that back over and tries to stretch the ball out. Not much of a stretch. I actually created a better scene than what it was, didn't I, Tim?
First down is the point. Riggs shakes the tackle and gets to the 36-yard line before Bruce Clark pulls him down. Running behind the blocking of Jamie Dukes and Mike Ken. There's Jamie Dukes. Now let me finish this. A couple of weeks ago in Miami,
yes,
we pointed out, you were the one who said he was rounding into shape or something like that.
Exactly, that's nice.
I said the camera had done the embarrassing, not us. Well, his mama Dorothy was looking in Orlando, Florida, and she called her son after and said, they can't say that about my baby. Now, I got one more thing to tell you about it. Keep up on his play. He is sacked. Sacked back at the 41-yard line.
Jam Wilkes.
Well, all right, now, getting back to
Yeah,
Jamie
go on
Dukes
with
for a
your
minute.
story.
Well, Dan Henning, when confronted about our comments by a local reporter, said, this guy, Jamie Dukes, just happens to look fat like Babe Ruth. Now, it turns out he says his strength coach, there he is, George Ostel, said that he has a body fat content of only 14%.
What is his?
Well, I'm not sure. But,
looks like they've been lifting with their gut.
Yeah. Now, Jamie Dukes told me in person just the other day he has body fat content of 11%.
Right. I believe that, and Christmas is in February.
Going on 3rd down and 9. Incomplete, did not get the ball to Billy White Shoes Johnson.
Johnson open. The thing that's happened is the pressure early, very much like Hanson, the punter for the Saints. Pressure early in this football game is now getting to Schonert. He's not getting set. He was not pressured then. He's anticipating getting hit. Therefore, he's not striding and throwing the football with the accuracy and the velocity that he can. All because of the pressure and all because of those sacks that he had in the first half.
Well, it's 4th down. And the Falcons, trailing by a point, will have to punt. More the deep man for Donnelly, standing at the 45-yard line of Atlanta. Will they try something here? Yes, they will. Clark on a reach.
Oh, look at this.
They're not going to get there. It's Aubrey Matthews breaking loose, and yes, he got the first down.
What a run!
Aubrey Matthews appeared to be trapped and squirmed his way upfield for a first down.
You know, initially I was going to holler, no, not this, not gadgets, when I initially saw the snap. Now there's the snap up to Clark. Now he hands off, and I'm going, no, why are you doing this? Now look at the effort. Actually, he should be down right there. Poe misses and cuts back inside. Boy, this is just great effort by Aubrey Matthews.
First down, Atlanta at the 30-yard line. Play action. Schonert. Incomplete. Intended for Charlie Brown deep in the corner, and Brown wound up in about row 5 down there.
One of the problems that's happening in the passing attack is the fact of the blitzing by the Saints has forced Atlanta now to keep more people in. They only had a 2-man pattern that time as opposed to a 4- or 5-man pattern.
Let me ask you about that fake punt. You weren't suggesting that you didn't like the idea of faking the punt, or were you suggesting that?
I was concerned about the double handoff.
You would have liked to see Clark carry themselves straight ahead?
But how can you argue with the result?
Well, all right. I like the call and going for it. It's amazing. Riggs.
Well, let me explain
the 25.
Let me explain something to you while Riggs is running with the football. You don't just do those things, Tim. You have what is called on those situations overloads and underloads, and if it's one or the other, then you can do that.
Now, Riggs unhappy about something here. Whether he thought he had a face mask that wasn't called, I'm not sure, but they've spotted the ball at the 25-yard line, and he is irate. Meanwhile, the Saints send out their substitutes for this situation. It's going to be 3rd down.
6 defensive backs. Their dime situation.
Maxey and Bobby Johnson in the lineup. 3rd down, about 6. Another big play for the Falcons. Good protection. Short man Cox, well covered and dropped by Brett Maxey.
Poor choice. Poor choice. Excellent coverage all over the football field. Nowhere to go. Might as well throw it down the field. Throw it somewhere else. But there's no way you throw that football to that guy.
4th down, and Ali Haji Sheikh comes on the field. Now remember, he missed the point after that has provided the margin at the moment. Now they'll spot the ball at the 35-yard line, just inside, so it will be a 45-yard attempt. Haji Sheikh is 6 of 8 with a long of 47 since joining the Falcons after being released by the Giants. Yes. 45-yard field goal for Ali Haji Sheikh, and he recovers and has the lead for his team.
When you're behind the wheel in LeBaron GTS, it's nice to know GTS excelled in handling in a U.S. Auto Club test, did 0 to 50 in 5.63 seconds, triumphed in braking, and gave BMW and Mercedes something they never expected, a driving lesson. GTS comes sensibly priced with Chrysler's protection plan. You don't drive LeBaron GTS the way USAC did, but it's nice to know you could. Chrysler, driving to be the best.
The 35mm automatic one-touch from Nikon. It puts great photography at everybody's fingertips. The Nikon 35mm Action Touch. The waterproof, all-weather, automatic camera that puts great photography at everybody's fingertips.
Glacier Bay, Alaska, and Old Milwaukee both mean something great to these guys. Glacier Bay means the one and only Alaskan king crab, sweet, fresh, and big. And Old Milwaukee means a great beer. Cold, crisp Old Milwaukee beer and smooth, golden Old Milwaukee Light. There's nothing like the flavor of a special place.
An Old Milwaukee beer.
Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light.
Guys, it doesn't get any better than this.
The simple mention of his initials, LT, evokes a quarterback's most dreaded nightmare. The Packers meet Lawrence Taylor and the Giants next Saturday on CBS Sports.
5:39 to play here in Atlanta, and this man breathing a little easier. He had missed a point after earlier, and that had been the margin. But now a 43-yard field goal, officially 43 for reasons that still escape us. It would appear to be marked just inside the 45.
Doesn't escape me.
Well, there you go. You saw it from here as right on the 43, did you?
I saw exactly 43. Perfect call.
Okay. Nonetheless, it was worth 3 points. He nailed it, and he has the Falcons on top, 9-7.
I'll move those extra points back 40 yards.
From the 2-yard line, Mel Gray dropped at the 25 by Brett Clark. Now New Orleans trailing now. We'll have to try and move it upfield. Saturday here, a special edition on CBS Sports of the NFL Today, and the Green Bay Packers against the New York Giants. The Giants whipping up on St. Louis today. The Pack trying to salvage something of their season, followed by NCAA college basketball. What a matchup. Number 5, the Tar Heels against the Illini, number 6. First down. Sideline. Incomplete by Mike Jones. Took a look upfield to see whether he could get down that sideline and drop the football. Jones into the game with 41 catches. There was an illegal procedure penalty against New Orleans anyway.
Illegal motion, number 84, offense. They decline the penalty. It's second down.
That's Eric Martin, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Atlanta, under Marion Campbell, reduced the point differential tremendously and held 5 opponents scoreless in the second half. James Britt was in at the safety position for Robert Moore defensively. 2nd and 10. Off to Reuben Mays, escapes one tackler and then is driven out of bounds after a gain of 8. David Crudup.
Crudup and Buddy Curry.
Another flag down and the holding call against the Saints.
Well, earlier the calls were going in favor of the Saints. Now it seems like they're turning around. Now they're going backwards.
Offensive holding number 70. 10 yards, second down.
That's Bill Kontz, acquired from the Cleveland Browns early in the season when the young number 1 pick Jim Dombrowski went down. That created some holes in the offensive line for the Saints. And Bill Kontz did a fine job in New Orleans. 25-year-old veteran out of Penn State. Second and 20. Wilson, complete. Was he inbounds? Eric Martin, yes. Well, there's a perfect strike from Dave Wilson, who, Terry, in all candor, has had trouble getting the ball deep with any accuracy today. That was a good chuck.
Well, they got rid of the football quickly, and to throw the football deep, you don't necessarily have to wait to throw it deep, but it's getting rid of the football with timing. He gets set, he stands up, he makes his mind up where he's going. And there's Scott Case, 25, and he has his man well covered. Boy, that is a perfectly thrown ball. Great concentration by Martin to make the catch.
28-yard gain. Wilson to Martin, a dandy. First down, New Orleans. Ruben Mays. And Mays works his way for about 8, maybe 9 yards. They have held him in check from making big gains on them. The Falcons have really done a good job on Ruben Mays today. But he had a nice piece of running on this one.
Well, you get an indication of just how strong and quick he is. Asking him what he does when he runs with the football. He's reading all the time. He's forgetting he even has it. And he's looking downfield. Good job. There's Brock kicking his man out, and then Mays coming back inside, doing a fine job of reading and running.
42 yards on 24 carries, so it's not been an easy day for Ruben Mays. This is Wayne Wilson, his first carry of the day, trying for the first down. He'll be close.
Well, you realize he lost 16 yards on one play.
Right, indeed.
So you add that up, and you know, it's a little bit better. Not a lot, but a little bit. But a good job by the Falcons of stopping Mays today.
There's Wayne Wilson, back from Minnesota Vikings, where he has been playing in New Orleans. I'm glad for him that he's had a chance to get back to a team that he's been with before. And he gets the first down.
Wilson is one of those backs that you can do a lot with. You can throw him the football. He's an excellent pass receiver. Mays, by his own admittance, is not a good pass receiver. Look at Cleveland just clobbering Cincinnati.
That'll clinch the AFC Central for them.
Hey, the Browns, you know, they may be one of the strong teams in the AFC. Maybe the only strong team, with the exception of Denver.
And they've got a couple of relatively easy games remaining that could give them the home field advantage right through the playoffs in the AFC. Play action, Wilson, and it's knocked down by Reggie Wilkes. Nearly picked up. Trying to get it to Wayne Wilson at the near sideline.
Coaches teach these guys, defensive linemen and their linebackers, that when you're rushing the quarterback and he shows motion, then the thing to do is to get your hands up. You never know, you're going to knock one down. Big play by the defense. There's Wilkes, 51, and looking right at you. Inside, Wilson makes the throw. Looks like he had his man Wilson open for the completion, but Wilkes knocked it down.
Second and 10. New Orleans, Atlanta, 47-yard line. One setback. Up the middle, incomplete. Intended for Mike Jones again, number 86, off the mark.
The thing, you know, they tried this pass now 2 times, Tim, trying to get Jones deep on the post and then taking the other receiver and running him on the same side down the field, trying to get one of those double level kind of things, but both times Jones has been well covered.
3:32 remaining in regulation time. Atlanta leading 9-7 after trailing all the way into this fourth period. 7-0 and then 7-6. The 43-yard field goal by Haji Sheikh, the difference now. Big third down play. Wilson, complete. Kelvin Edwards. First down at the 24-yard line of Atlanta.
4 wide receivers into the football game. 2 on each side. That time Wilson did a good job of giving himself time by outside stepping, missing the tackle, then finding that time Kelvin Edwards, 83. Boy, what a great job by Wilson. Look at him looking downfield, feels pressure, moves outside, then comes in, then spots Edwards. Now look at him up in the air. Boy, makes one of those great acrobatic catches.
Kelvin Edwards, yeah, rookie, the number 6 pick. First down at the 24. Ruben Mays, he gets 4 yards to the 20. Timeout called by Atlanta spotted, has the ball is spotted at the 20-yard line, where it will be 2nd and 7 when we return.
The Winning Edge, brought to you by Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler. The Winning Edge involves more than talent. Physical skills are critical, but instincts often separate champions from challengers. Terry Bradshaw's right arm was a cannon, but the Pittsburgh All-Pro quarterback knew the time and place for all sorts of passes. Cover his receivers close, and Bradshaw would rifle passes by you. Front the receivers, and he would loft the ball softly over your outstretched arm. Bradshaw's instinct gave the Steelers the winning edge.
It's party time!
24C, Mickey.
Hey, no Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler? You guys want to put me out of a job? Oh, we're bound.
So, you know I was coming.
No. I knew they were coming.
You must be doing something right.
You did one thing right.
He came home for the holidays.
Well, since Bradshaw's been fishing all week with the Bill Dance TV show, we got him a trout tie last night.
A trout tie?
Yeah, what kind of a, I mean, a bass tie. What kind of a bass?
A largemouth bass. That's what put the scars on me. Not everybody's got a tie in. My buddy here bought this for me. I guess it's my Christmas gift,
Yes,
right?
it is. I couldn't resist.
Bill Dance appreciates that.
You've heard of the Bradshaw Blackboard. This is the Bradshaw Bass.
Is that an ugly tie? Ugly tie.
It's a good-looking fish.
It's ugly. Cheap tie, too. I checked it out.
All right, football. 20-yard line, 2nd and 7. New Orleans with the football, and an opportunity here to close in, trailing by 2. 2nd down and 7. 9-7, Atlanta lead. Reuben May, nowhere.
Scott Case.
Diving up, Scott Case tripped him up. And it'll be maybe a yard at most. 2nd timeout called by Atlanta. Obviously the feeling that the Saints would work their way in here for what could be the winning field goal. They're stopping that clock with 2:32 to go. So following football activity this afternoon on CBS, we'll be bringing to our usual outstanding lineup of primetime entertainment, starting with 60 Minutes, followed by Murder, She Wrote, and in a Hallmark Hall of Fame special presentation entitled Promise, a mother makes a pact with her oldest son, and 30 years later, he struggles to keep it and give his troubled brother a home. Promise, starring James Garner and James Woods. That's tonight on CBS. There are some New Orleans fans. They've been enjoying this game up to this point. Now they're going to try and cheer their Saints into the end zone, or what could be a winning field goal try by Morton Anderson, depending on the time left on the clock for him should they get to that situation. 2:32 to play. Wholesale changes on offense by the Saints for this next play, and that brings wholesale changes by the Falcons on defense. Everybody running around at the last minute, try and create that confusion that gives you an opening. 3rd down, 6. Complete. 1st down. Kelvin Edwards out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Good pass from Wilson there, Terry.
That's an excellent job. This is the thing we've seen David Wilson do today, that he has done so well. Get set, 1, 2, 3, turn around and throw the little quick out passes. The receivers are wide open, the corners are laying off, and it's an easy pass to throw. Look at him looking to his left. 1, 2, 3. There's the quick pass, and gosh, there's nobody on him. Case is way off.
1st down. That's the big news at the 11-yard line. 2 backs now. Wilson and Mays. Wayne Wilson. Reuben Mays. Puts it inside, but it's hit at the 6-yard line. Atlanta has just denied him any real estate. David Crudup, number 30, straightens him up.
This is one of the things you want to look for in a running back, is anyone can take it and have gaping holes and really run. But look at the determination in Mays as he cuts back inside. Comiskey's block up in the air, head down, trying to get every bit of yardage, every ounce of yardage, every inch of yardage he possibly can.
John Rady injured on the play for Atlanta. Aaron Brown replaces him. Another timeout at the 2-minute warning. We'll be back.
Sure, the pride is back. Plymouth Sundance and Plymouth Voyager are the proof. Plymouth Sundance, the unbelievable American, under $7,800. Sundance, the best value of any car in its class. Versatile Plymouth Voyager, front-wheel drive, car-like handling, spacious Plymouth Voyager. Plymouth's 550 protection plan backs them both.
The pride is back, born in America again.
It's a Radio Shack Merry Christmas.
The kids really like what we got them for Christmas. Radio Shack Space Patrol walkie-talkies. They're terrific outdoor fun. They have flexible antennas to withstand rugged use. And built-in Morse code keys with the code alphabet on the front, so they can talk or send messages in code. The kids like them, and I love them. Come in, Space Patrol. Time to report for dinner.
Space Patrol walkie-talkies, only at Radio Shack.
Dust off your policy, dig up your bill. Leave it to the good hands, people. Do it right now, or you know you never will.
Come into Allstate and compare our low homeowners rates. You might just save some money.
Check through your files, look high and low. Get down to Allstate, you might save some dough. Leave it to the good hands, people. You're in good hands with Allstate.
A member of the Sears Financial Network.
Ryan and Terry Bradshaw with 2 minutes remaining in Atlanta. Here's the situation on the field as the Saints have the ball at the 6-yard line and the chance for a go-ahead touchdown. They have two tight ends, Brenner and Tice, and Darren Gilbert, an extra offensive lineman. Wilson, touchdown. Oh, Bradshaw, you love to see that, don't you?
The old naked bootleg. No one out there to block for Wilson. And you got to ask yourself, was this a call play, or was this just something that Wilson felt like he could do on his own without letting anyone know it? Wilson coming out, he'll fake the handoff. There's Mays going to the left, everyone coming down inside. And the only guy he had to beat that time was Robert Moore, the strong safety. He does so and gets into the end zone. Great call. I don't know who called it. I don't know if this was just something that Wilson did on his own, but whatever, it's touchdown.
Well, they had a long time to get ready for it. I got to believe they designed it. You could see Mays, I thought, on the replay making what appeared to be like a real deliberate kind of fake. So my guess is that that was a planned play, and Wilson got the job done. Morton Anderson. So New Orleans, which had sacrificed the lead with a field goal by Haji Sheikh of Atlanta, has regained it. 75 yards in 12 plays, a 6-yard touchdown run by that man, Dave Wilson. 14-9, 1:55 to play. Don't forget, next Sunday, doubleheader action on CBS Sports. The Saints will be at Minnesota. The Vikings, who play later today against Houston, still very much in the wild card picture. New Orleans trying to get to a 500 season. The Falcons will be at Detroit. It all begins at 12:30 Eastern time and will be followed by the Chicago Bears at Dallas against the Cowboys. And there is a story every week out of the Chicago Bears camp, so that should be exciting. A rivalry that sends Mike Ditka back against his old head coach, Tom Landry. 4 o'clock Eastern time, second game of our exciting doubleheader action next week. Well, Dan Henning is up against it, to say the least, knowing full well the ramifications of a second loss today after the victory over the Miami Dolphins 2 weeks ago, the devastating loss against the winless Colts last week. And most of the folks following the fortunes of the Falcons saying that he really needs to win these final 2 games in order to get a new contract. Remember, his contract runs out next week. 1:55 remains to play. That is ample time, obviously, for a good 2-minute offense. It will be Turk Schonert at the controls, as he has been since the injury to Dave Archer. Morton Anderson will kick it off. Aubrey Matthews and Keith Williams are the deep men for the Falcons. Ball comes down at the 10-yard line, and it's Williams to the 20. So it has come to this for the Atlanta Falcons to have a chance at a winning season. Their first since 1980. They must win today, and they must win next week at Detroit. As we see other scores, Cleveland will apparently have clinched the AFC Central Division today, whipping up on Cincinnati in the Battle of the Bays in favor of Green Bay today. Indianapolis leading Buffalo.
That might ease the pain a bit.
First down. Let's see what Atlanta can do. Shoulder complete. Williams. Look at that guy over the 40-yard line. Keith Williams. Ricky Jackson finally stops him there, but that's a great way to start your 2-minute offense, Terry.
Yeah, you bet. 2 plays were called. Now you can see Schoner setting up the offense. Another play. If he completes this in the middle, he'll more than likely call timeout.
At the 40-yard line of Atlanta.
Got him.
First down to the 42-yard line of New Orleans. Charlie Brown.
Clock is running. That's his offense.
109.
Excuse me, Tim. I've kind of got into this.
That's all right. Under a minute. Shoulder complete. 50 seconds and still counting. What's happening here, Terry? You got to get a
You got to get a guy up. They're obviously going to throw the ball out of bounds. You got to kill the clock, or else they're going to drive it on down. 40, 39.
That was Keith Williams who made the tackle. Shoulder complete again. Stacey Bailey. First down. Clock still ticking. 30 seconds left.
Calling the plays at the line of scrimmage. 25, 24.
What a job by Shoulder. But he's got to get it in the end zone. Incomplete to Dixon. 17 seconds left. Clock finally stopped. 17 seconds to play, and the Falcons will regroup for the next few plays.
Interesting series of downs. I've never seen a 2-minute offense run quite like that, where they just ran the football down the field, throwing little short hooks, knowing they had to get it out of bounds. You would think that Turf Schoner would have tried to throw the ball to the sideline and kill the clock. When he finally did it, you don't waste seconds by throwing the ball 4 yards out of bounds and kill 10 seconds on the clock. You do it quickly and get it over with.
Well, that was my question. I'm glad you responded to it, the unspoken question.
Well, I was waiting to see what was going to happen here.
2nd and 10. William Andrews, flag down. 10 seconds on the clock. He's inside the 20, but a flag on the play.
You've got holding on Atlanta. Whoa, look at this call.
Against New Orleans. Ben Wright, the referee. We'll get the official word on this one.
The umpire threw the flag right at the feet of the Falcon lineman the minute the ball was snapped practically, which almost always indicates offensive lineman, one of them is holding. This case, they're saying that it's not that at all.
Well, let's wait till it's all settled here. We could wind up with offsetting, but he's definitely talking to Schoenert about options here.
His option is this: you take the penalty or you take the yardage. In his case, he's got to have the yardage because time's not a factor. Is the factor. 10 seconds are left.
Field goal won't do it, don't forget. 5-point margin.
Illegal hands on the defense. They decline the penalty. It's going to be 3rd down.
It'll be 1st down. Pardon me, 3rd down. 3rd down. They took the gain, and they have 3rd and a yard. which doesn't really matter.
No, because it's only 10 seconds. Just
That's
enough
right.
time for 2 plays, maybe. If you have time and you get the ball off and you don't score a touchdown, hopefully you got time for one more play after that, and that's all.
They have 1 timeout remaining. Remember, they took 2 on defense in order to stop the clock when New Orleans went in for their field goal.
Saints with 6 defensive backs.
Complete. Out of bounds. 5 seconds. Keith Williams.
Now, a play that is so prevalent. The pick play. 5-yard line, tight coverage. If you give them zones here, Tim, then Schoenert can pop the football into the end zone for a touchdown. You go in motion with 2 wide receivers on one side, have one guy pick, have the other guy go away from the pick, wide open for a touchdown. One or the other.
Was illegal.
It is illegal. It is illegal.
But you're planning it anyway.
You've read. Everyone in this league has the pick play from a lot of different formations, but it's a man coverage situation. That's why you go in motion. It has to be against man coverage, because if you go against zone, there's no one there to pick. Therefore, everybody's covered. Nothing good.
Well, now, what do you think that New Orleans will show defensively in this situation? Would they not anticipate what you just described?
The last time we were down here, that we being the Atlanta Falcons, I don't coach for them, but the last time the Atlanta Falcons were in this situation, we saw Ricky Jackson come up on the inside with a blitz, and they knocked Schoenert down, and he fumbled the football. They had success at that. Henning's saying right now, the last time we were here, they were in man coverage, they blitzed their linebackers, and they sacked us. So they've got to be thinking blitz. I would say that the Saints are thinking the same thing. Blitz. Get the pressure on him. Don't give him time. He's not that mobile a quarterback. Get the heat on him, and we win this football game.
Imagine Dan Henning right there in your foreground. How often this happens in football. His season, perhaps his career with Atlanta comes down to this. 5 seconds left, 1 play.
Man coverage. Blitz. Got him.
Ricky Jackson again.
Same blitz. Unbelievable.
3 seconds still show on the clock. 3rd down. Flag on the play. Touchdown for Brown. But a flag on the play.
Can't end with a defensive penalty. Remember that, but they're going to throw this against the Atlanta Falcons for illegal procedure. Uh-oh, now the line judge is saying, wait a minute. I'm not so sure about that.
Well, some of the Saints are celebrating. What I can't figure out is how they got a timeout call as fast as they did.
The game was over before they snapped the ball.
No way. What?
Oh.
The game was over before they snapped the ball?
They had 3 seconds on the clock.
But
the reason the clock was held up, Tim, was because you cannot keep the people from coming back to the line of scrimmage to get set to run the play. You have to wait. That's the reason they held it up, to let them get back across the line of scrimmage, and then the clock automatically starts.
And so time had expired. Time had expired before the snap of the ball, so everything that followed that didn't matter at all. With Brown in the end zone, devastating defeat again for the Atlanta Falcons, and that man Dan Henning, their head coach. The final score, 14-9. New Orleans Saints